on Senator Reid saying he would consider taking up the Don't Ask, Don't Tell legislation?
I mean, historically, this department has not been one to tell the Senate how to do its business. That said, we are a member of this administration, and this president has made a call, as I understand it, to Senator Levin this week, and Senator Reid, I believe, as well, making it clear that he wants to see the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell attached to the National Defense Authorization Act, and that's what we as an administration are pushing for, and we certainly see the merit in using that as the legislative vehicle to ultimately get to repeal. But we are usually reluctant, especially from this podium, to be telling the Senate how to do its business. There are many people here who bristle when they tell us how to do ours, so we try to respect each other's responsibilities. Yeah.
My question is about...
Did you have anything else?
Well, I mean, just on that last point, I mean, this has gone around a couple of times. I mean, this wasn't your original preferred strategy to have this done legislatively now, and then now you back it. Is this sort of is this the last chance? I mean, so you see the merit in this strategy, this legislative strategy, is if you get to the next Congress, there would presumably be fewer votes, and you'd have to start all over again. Is that what you're?
Well, listen, I'm not going to be a political prognosticator and try to sort of evaluate, chances in this Congress versus chances in the next Congress. You referred in your opening part of your question there to how we've historically been opposed to this. I don't think that's true. I think what we've always been, the Secretary came out in February with the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs very strongly in support of the President's desire to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell. He has held to that position ever since. He has not wavered. That is his view. That said, he was very clear then as well that there is a preferred order in doing things. And the preferred order then was, and now, is let's get the study done. The study is very, very near completion. We are, days away from December the 1st, at which time it will be provided to the Congress. It will be provided to you. So everyone can see the 9 months effort that's been underway to try to figure out the implications of a repeal and what needs to be done internally to prepare for that change. We're almost there. So that's what our focus is on internally. We are right now in the midst. Now keep in mind, I know there have been these calls to move this all up and release the report sooner than December the 1st. I would just remind you that the original plan here was for us to work towards December the 1st as the date by which the report would be due. And then the internal work would begin in terms of working with the services, getting feedback from the service secretaries, from the service chiefs, having the chiefs meet among themselves, having the secretary consider their input, and ultimately charting a course forward for the department. We have compressed that timeline such that we are now operating on parallel tracks. Not only is the draft report still being finalized, but we are also doing the internal work that would have taken place after December 1st simultaneously, so that we can, on December the 1st, not just release the report, but the Secretary can state where he wants to take us with regards to this measure. So that's what we're focused on right now, frankly. And there is a lot of work to do between now and then because we have compressed this, sensitive to the fact that there is a real desire for direction on this.
I understand the time thing. I mean, what I was trying to get at, not very well, is does the Secretary really, really want this to happen, in the Senate? Yes, after the study comes out, sometime between December 2 and the end of the session. And is he actively working to ask the Senate to do that?
With regards to the second part of your question, and he is actively working to get this done on an expedited timeline, because December 1st is expedited for us because we are doing all the work that was supposed to follow on simultaneously. So that is the focus of his efforts, in addition to the fact we're building a 2012 budget. Oh, and by the way, we're preparing for an AFPAC strategy evaluation. So, and also we are advocating passage and ratification of New START. So there are a number of balls that we are juggling simultaneously. Just because we are doing multiple things at once does not believe he doesn't believe in any less strongly in any of these things. I would just take you through the history again, Ann. He has stated emphatically for months now that he's a supporter of repeal. You have also heard him very, very strongly lately on his real concerns with regards to court action being the mechanism that ultimately leads to a change in this law and policy. The fear there is that it would be a very precipitous change and force us to sort of change on a dime with the flick of a light switch, if you will. So we are right now finishing the report, working with the chiefs, working with the service secretaries, getting their input, finalizing this report, and at the same time formulating the way ahead for this department to proceed come December the 1st. All that work, all that hard work is being done simultaneously. Louis.
Jeff, I believe the statement you issued on Friday, and again today, you mentioned that the report is going to be released in full. Are we talking about the full 370 pages or however long it is? And when did that determination come about? Because up until last week, it sounded like there were no indications that any of it was going to be made public other than potentially, at best, an executive summary.
I don't know where you were getting that indication from. I mean, I think it's always been the Secretary's intention to, I think he views this as a very important work product. I think what he's seen of it thus far, and he has had a draft report, he's reviewed and read the draft report, he is impressed by its thoroughness, by its professionalism, and I think it has always been his intention for this to become a public document. I mean, Louis, we're also not naive here. Even if we wanted to keep this a private document, which we do not, it would not remain a private document, sadly. And that's why you also saw in my statement on Friday the fact that he was very disappointed and concerned about a leak about the draft report. And I can just update you with regards to that. He has tasked the Department's Inspector General to conduct an investigation that hopefully will identify the source behind the Washington Post report, and hopefully then we'll take appropriate action. But I think it was always our intention to, at the appropriate time, make this public.
So it won't be simultaneous?
Not before December 1st to anyone.
It won't be simultaneous with delivery to Congress, or does Congress get it mixed up?
The Congress will see this report on December the 1st. Not before December the 1st. Yeah, Dan.
Yes, on missile defense.
So don't go camped out up on the hill, Louis. It's not going to be worth your while.
I have a line sitter ready.
Yeah.